to Wilfredo Gomez. That's quite a burden to carry, but he is an exciting, talented young fighter. He's on the 2004 Olympic team for Puerto Rico at 119 pounds.
He has 10 knockouts, and he's a southpaw. And you get that combination of puncher and southpaw, that's nothing but danger.
You know,
Lopez
sounds like somebody that not too many people are going to want to fight.
That's true. You have to bring a lot of money to the table when you match southpaws who can punch. But Mendez, he's got a chance to get it. He's got power. He's got knockout power. Well, he's had one knockout. He's not afraid. And he's never lost.
He won his last outing over 6 rounds against Robert DeLuz, fight in Tampa in May of this year. Lopez's last outing, a 6th round TKO of Alberto Chuk in April.
You know, the thing about fighting a southpaw, so many of the orthodox fighters forget, is that you are right-handed. Throw right hand. It's not like you're a left-hander. You can't throw right-handed. The more right hands you throw, the better off you are.
That's not a knockdown. He slipped.
Did my eyes deceive me, or did Lopez try to hit Mendez with his knee on the way down?
I didn't see that. You may have seen that.
I did see that. It is a fight.
Juanma is his nickname. Juan Manuel. See it on the blue trunks. Mendez in the red trunks, and some rough going here in the first round. Warning to Viruet, who had a warning in the first few seconds of the round for using his shoulder.
Now Lopez has got good range. He's got a good right jab. He's got all the equipment to make a fight easy. If you're going to go out there and mix it up with a guy, what need is there to have the longer range?
Break. We noticed Viruet was a little quick to get in and break fighters in an earlier bout, and there was a good example there. They were still punching, and Juanma effectively just ignored him. Kept throwing. Ooh, good solid right. Jabs and hooks with it. He's got a presence in there too, doesn't he, George? I mean, he looks like he's the boss.
He looks like a fighter. He's in excellent condition. Lopez has got a good range. Crossover with punching power.
Lopez lands another right hand to the cheek. And redness already there in the face of Mendez. 15 seconds left, and I'll make it 10 now in this first round. Scheduled for 6.
Mendez got to keep it close, keep the fight close.
Go to the Lopez corner now. We have Richie Espinoza translate the instructions there.
He's saying, just make sure you keep your head low, don't go in too fast, and keep punching. Don't let him throw first.
Trainer is Alex Carabajo. Looking into the Mendez corner now.
Breathe. Oh, okay. Be good. Okay? Right hand and the schedule.
He's saying throw with your left hand. Throw with your left hand.
Well, George, you're already counseling to use his right hand. He's right-handed. His trainer says throw that left. Okay. Round 2 scheduled for 6. Good start by Lopez and an action-packed first round.
No, George, I couldn't agree more with what you said at the end of the round. I think that Mendez has got to get right on top of this guy because Lopez needs punching room. He's a long arm puncher, isn't he?
Yeah, the closer the range the fight is, the better off they are. Mendez got to keep it close.
Yeah.
You may look awkward, but that's okay. You're not a boxer anyway.
I would think that to keep your distance from Lopez is just to fight his fight. Make it very easy for him.
Lopez in blue, the 5-time Puerto Rico amateur champion. Record of 126 and 24 as an amateur, including his appearance on the Olympic team in 2004. Oh, Good combination. Right followed by a left.
Lopez stopped and wait. You can't stop and wait when you got in the ring with a fighter who's had 10 knockouts. They will come after you if you're not coming after them. Surprised the referee is allowing Lopez to hold the head of Mendez down. Keeps his elbows right on top of his neck, behind his neck. That's not safe.
Lopez backs away to give himself some punching room now. Mendez trying to get inside again. He had a little success early in this round there. Lands a right to the body, but not much on it by the time it arrived.
Now, George, when you fought a Southpaw, and I know, one of your greatest victories over Michael Moore, Southpaw, you knocked him out with the right hand. But how do you like the use of a left hook against a Southpaw?
Well, and I'll say this. You can do whatever you want. You got to make it difficult for the Southpaw rather than wondering what punch should I throw. Make him wonder what punch should he get away from.
Lopez, and that lands another left and a good right behind it. Mendez holding on, now bulls him back to the corner. 45 seconds left here in the second round of this 6-rounder. Featherweights. You have to be impressed with the poise of Lopez in these first 2 rounds.
Now he's a good fighter.
He kind of let up on that as he realized he was going to be hitting him on top of the head. Mendez gets a warning for grabbing.
I wonder why the referee warned the other guy.
End of round 2 of this 6-rounder. Featherweights. Go to the Mendez corner here and have a look at this 22-year-old from Mexico City.
Now that's when Lopez get a chance to make him move back a little bit, throw shots. If you miss him, if you Lopez, it's better for him if he's throwing shots. You don't have to connect, just keep throwing punches, which is what he's doing at that point.
Mendez ducked right into him there and grabbed on, and I think fight fans recognize him. Julio Cesar Chavez, his son is on the card. That's upcoming. He's got quite a card of boxing for you tonight. Great contrast in style. All of the weight divisions. Featherweight to heavyweight. We're going to see quite a variety tonight. Headlined by Miguel Cotto. Calling Alanaji, the Brooklyn hero here, and has a huge following here in New York.
George, again, you see that Lopez is making good use of putting that right hand on the back of Mendez's neck and hitting him with his left, and he's not being warned at all by the referee.
And I hate to say good use because boxing is a dangerous sport that it is. You don't want to do any things that...
Well, good use for him, I guess.
And the referee hasn't taken notice to it, or just does not want to. Lopez is more effective. He stays close to him and throws shots.
Oh, good shots by Lopez there. Combination landing to the face of Mendez. Mendez in red. Lopez in the blue. Lopez on the attack again. Doesn't give Mendez much time to rest.
No, Lopez is a good boxer. He's got a career in front of him. Got to learn to use his jab a little bit more.
I think it's safe to say if Mendez doesn't find a way to get inside and score, he's got no chance to win this fight.
None whatsoever. You got to stay close. And the problems when you're fighting a classy boxer like Lopez, you try to land the shot. Don't worry about the accuracy of it. Just be active.
Keep the other guy busy keeping you off.
There you go. And that's what he's not doing. Stands in front of him and then attack, and the fight comes to an end.
Little lump building under the right eye of Mendez. Mendez, the Mexican fighter in red.
Right.
Much of when he gets that arm and elbow on Mendez is when Mendez comes in low and drops his head right into the chest against the taller Lopez.
You know, it hasn't been obvious, but clearly Mendez has landed a couple of right hands because there's some under the eye of Lopez, the left eye.
That's right. There's some serious swelling. Yeah, and that's when you need a young fighter like that to make certain he has good corner people. Not hangers on.
Lopez lands another good combination. Right and the left. End of round number 3. Let's go into the corner and take a look at Juan Manuel Lopez, Prospect of the Year title in Puerto Rico last year. Up and coming young star for sure. Unbeaten 11 fights, 10 knockouts.
Oye, usamos ya, adelantamos y salimos atrás porque a la vez que tú vas entrando viene para.
Watch Lopez in blue in action here in round 3. That combination landing.
I like the combination. The idea is when he throws one shot, there's going to be 2 or 3 coming after him. One. Mendez, whenever he backs up, the danger comes. Stay focused and come forward at all times.
Corner working on that swelling under the right eye of Mendez. 4th round of a scheduled 6-rounder here. Featherweights, 125 pounders, both coming in at 120 and a quarter, 120 and a half.
The first round, Mendez has decided to move around and do the boxing stuff, and I don't think he has enough rounds in the bucket to start moving around. But then his nature tells him to fight. So
break, step back, step back.
Lopez, very relaxed looking, confident, poised young fighter in there.
You know, Tim, he fought here about a year ago. It'll be a year ago tomorrow when Cotto defended his title against Abdulayev. And he looked good, like a one-punch knockout artist. Tonight, not quite showing as much punching power, but he's a good long-arm puncher.
Got backed up there by Mendez.
Off balance.
Break, step back, step back. Break, step back.
Mendez backing up a little more here in the 4th round as the toll of the number of punches being thrown by Lopez starting to take effect. Lopez just beats him to the punch, and Mendez not coming in with a plan at this point.
sometimes the best boxers and the best boxing matches turns into a fight, and that's what is happening now. Lopez has decided, look, I'm going to go fight this guy. Enough of the tactics.
Let's not forget, you pointed out right in the beginning of the fight, George, only one knockout for Mendez. So Lopez by now may realize, you know, this guy really can't hurt me.
I've tasted his best medicine, and it doesn't hurt. That's the hand behind the neck again.
I know.
I guess that's allowed tonight.
Ooh, well, there's a good left that scores.
That was the best punch of the night. Straight left.
Mendez is willing, but he just kind of bulls his way in there without throwing punches. The longer arm Lopez just ties him up like that.
Break, step back, time.
And round number 4 of the scheduled 6-rounder. Next fight on the card features Kevin Kelly against the champion of the WBC Continental America Super Featherweight division, Bobby Pacquiao. From the Philippines, and Kevin Kelly, so popular here in New York, 38 years old. And still with plenty of skill, a record of 58, 6-2 in his long career. He'll be on next. Super Featherweight Championship fight.
That is all night. It's like duck shooting when you stick your head up around Lopez. You got to keep that head down and hidden.
Again, to work on that swelling under the right eye of Mendez. Scheduled 6-rounder. Lopez up quickly, looking again very relaxed and in control of the fight, as it would appear to us on our scorecard. At least I have him up by 4 rounds to zip at this point.
You know, you got to say this though, for Mendez, I don't think he's been hurt.
No, I don't think
he's very hard, but he has not been hurt. And against a guy who's got 10 knockouts in 12 fights.
Now he's trying to be boxer referee, though. That's not a good sign.
No. It's hard enough just to be boxing.
Now Lopez is complaining.
He's not doing anything. Mendez is just protecting himself, and there's no rule against protecting yourself.
Yeah, I don't get that warning.
Well, he's got Lopez fired at. Mendez firing, but without effect. Lopez maybe a little overeager here, is not landing the target shots he did in the first couple of rounds. Mendez showing some good head movement there to avoid blows, but he's doing no damage. There's a good right hand. A rare scoring shot from Mendez.
I'll say it again, either Mendez has a great chin or Lopez's 10 knockouts aren't quite what they appear to be on paper.
You know what just happened is Lopez decided to go to the body. Maybe 2 punches all night to the body. You don't just get knockouts without investing some punches to the body.
Great point.
And if he can turn this thing around, land a few body shots, and then go back to the head, he may get some results.
Lopez starting to score with the jab. Again here in the 5th round. Something he abandoned for a couple of rounds. Good combination. Mendez has a counter right that scores. And right hand lead.
Lopez was able to get in a left hook to the body. Mendez was to the body of Mendez.
He's actually scoring. It's hard to keep your Mendez's straight from your Lopez's, but Mendez is actually scoring more in this round than he has in the whole fight.
I like that, those body punches. Ooh.
Good combination there, finishing with the right hand. The left hand, I should say, off the right jab. Bringing it over the top. .30 seconds left. Round number 5 of the 6-round featherweight bout.
Now Mendez has decided to be the counterpuncher. That's not going to be his fight if you want to take home a victory.
You certainly don't start that in round 5 of the 6-rounder.
And you know,
final seconds of the 5th round.
Should have invested more into that aggression early on when the other guy was timid. Lopez just didn't have it.
Well, a little better round for Mendez, but hard for me to score it for him.
You know, I gave it to him. I gave it to him, maybe out of pity.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if the judges are sympathetic.
He deserves some credit just for staying competitive in the fight at this point.
Judges tonight to John Mackay, Tony Paolillo, and Robin Taylor for this fight.
Hit him in the hit him when he put his head down. Hit him left, hit him right. When you go in, make sure you hit him.
Mendez, the shorter fighter, has definitely been putting his head down, and he has been getting hit, and he's been also grabbed a few times as he's bored in with his head. problem for Mendez is that he doesn't throw punches when he does that. He just ducks under, but he doesn't make anything happen. As you said, he's not going to the body at all, which is obviously with the height differential where he should be trying to do some scoring. These are two young fighters, just 22 years old. It's only the 6th pro fight for Mendez and the 12th for Juan Manuel Lopez.
Well, I think Lopez's corners prepared him in an excellent fashion because you understand you don't have 10 or 12 rounds to do it. You got to do a lot of shots to make certain that you win in these 6 rounders. He's loading up on a lot of shots. Ordinarily, if it was 10 or 12 rounds, he'd be pacing himself with a little more jabbing because he has an excellent jab. Lopez does.
Oh, they bang heads there. Yeah. Mendez just, he just leans in. Well, he does. I mean, he ducks his head, he leans in, and I'm surprised they didn't hit heads before now, only for the height difference that they haven't.
Yeah, southpaw, when you're fighting the southpaw and you're on the opposite side, there's a lot of colliding.
Referee Sammy Veriwat giving them both a warning here to clean up their act. He warned Lopez he didn't want to have to disqualify him, but well, he's had a few complaints about both these fighters in this fight.
I actually think he could have taken a point on that.
Yeah,
that's pretty obvious.
Mendez has been fighting a pretty clean fight. I mean, just running into him awkwardly, not intentionally.
Oh, I agree with that, George, 100%.
But that Lopez is a piece of dynamite. Not only punching, he's going to explode any way he can.
And he hasn't let up here at all. Lopez landing combinations now. Mendez taking a few more heavy shots, and he's definitely on the backup roll.
Mendez is trying to get this 6th round now. Where's the bell? Where's the bell?
Lopez works him to the ropes. Lands that left hand over the top that he's had some success with early, and that backs up Mendez again to the ropes. He's the game guy. There he takes a right hand and a left behind it. That's the end of round number 5. Crowd enjoying this one. Action packed.
That's the end of that fight.
End of round 6, I meant to say, and the crowd really enjoying this 6th rounder. The featherweights putting on a great battle. Puerto Rico against Mexico. We got the World Cup soccer going on. You got countries happening here in Madison Square Garden tonight, as we mentioned. Countries that represent the vast fabric of ethnic groups and nationalities right here in the city of New York.
And you see Lopez trying to get him with a left and then followed up with that has been the punch of the fight, George, is that straight left hand from Lopez. But you know what, Tim? You said the word game. I mean, Mendez, tremendously game, really not hurt right to the bell, and he got hit with some hellacious shots there.
He did everything he could do, but he's obviously a more limited fighter than Lopez is, but he was a game guy. No surprise, that's the heritage of the Mexican fighters. And Mendez with Julio Cesar Chavez sitting in the audience, you know he's going to give it everything with that great champion, great competitor sitting there watching him.
Little things like that will make an ordinary fighter do great things.
Sure. Well, George, I mean, it is a fact. I mean, the fact that you are here as a commentator and when you're at fights just as a spectator, all those heavyweights, I mean this seriously, you know, they want to give the best because a great champion is sitting here. And Tommy Zibikowski is among them because he's already said, wow, I'm going to be fighting and George Foreman's going to be commentating.
Tommy Z.
I hope you don't scare him, George.
Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for this decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges scored about the same, 60-54. All 3 in favor of the winner, and still undefeated from Colorado.